All right. Hi, guys. Hello. Okay. Welcome back to I am Intuitive Mom and Bagalamuk. Okay. So, today is a very interesting morning already. Okay. It's a very interesting morning already. So, before I'm on camera, I pulled a card, Bagalamuk. Okay. These are from my Cali. And she came out in reverse, right? Which means the energy is being blocked. It's being blocked, right? You get reversal cards. Sometimes it means that it's being blocked. I mean, really, you just got to know what your intent, and that's what it was telling me, is that the energy is being blocked, right? So I flipped to Bagalamuk. First of all, she's the 8th Mahavi. And it says she is Avatar Kali, known for her golden light. She is also the Primabora Devi, the goddess dressed in yellow. Her blessing is bestowed of the cities and the yogi powers, in particular power to paralyze and immobilize. Okay, the tongue is a symbol of speech. Speech is sound expressed with intent. Sound is a creative power. And it says intention gives direction. Out the tongue of a demon is the end this capacity to create trouble. All right. It's the end this capacity to create trouble. So Balamuki halts negativity in its track, preventing it from doing any harm. Notifying is power to cause havoc. It is the act of protection. If you or another have said words you regret or have heard some nasty gossip or jealousy or hateful stem from someone's lips akin to a curse, trust that spiritual refuge in Balamuki would nullify this effect. Okay? So what she does is, if you look at the card, what she does is the tongue out of your enemies or people that are negativity out at you, right? So, another thing that she represents is to tell her devotees that a blessing, a manifestation needs to occur. Okay, a manifestation needs to occur. Intent needs to be spoken. This particular morning, I received last night, and this particular morning, I can see where she's needed. It's so funny. I have on yellow. She's the yellow goddess, right? I love that. I love that for us, right? The golden goddess. So, what I received was, dear divine, please bless and charge me with the energy to bring it back. Please bless and charge me with the energy to bring a balance to my complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially. Everything that is above is within. Anything that is trying to disturb me or my loved ones, please block that. All right, we're returning back to Wester. Archangel Michael, please shield us with your armor of protection. All right, take any low vibrating entities back to the light, back to their heavenly home, so that they can leave us the fuck alone. All right, thank you to our highest vibrational ancestors and our spirit guides. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, this particular morning, I forgot to tell you, I forgot to remember my damn self, is that I had downloads to share this morning. Like early this morning, I had downloads. My sister sent me case. She sent me a case and she asked me to do a reading, and I received downloads on those kids or whatnot. And so that's one thing. And then something else happened to try to distract me and to distract her. Okay. But we have spiritual work to do. So I'm glad that it was cut short. I'm glad that it couldn't take another turn for the worse, because spiritual work to do. And when we really start tapping into energies like those kids faced, I don't want to say who they are or whatnot, because I don't want people to, we'll be doing a mediumship or a spiritual reading tonight for those boys that were found unalived. So anyway, some boys that was found. So we'll be tapping into a spiritual mediumship tonight. Now, I want to say this. We have work to do amongst the community. If we continue to do our, guess what? We are under God's favor. And that's the big thing. That's the most important thing. I know we all have like personal things that we going through. I have personal things that I go through, right? But we have to do our work. We have to do our spiritual work. We have an assignment. Just because I'm telling you right now, like when you go to college, right? When you go to college, your professor does not care about anything unless you die. I mean, you can go to the hospital. I really want to say my experience in college was that you could go to the hospital, but that assignment is still due at 11:58, 11:59, but myself 11:58. That assignment is still due. That's kind of like how life is. The assignment is still due. Okay? In the spiritual realm, when we are we're sending our intentions up to God, right? Up to our angels, up to our ancestors, up to our spirit team, right? All different beings. Spirit team, ancestors, angels, and God. 4 different people, right? Four different powers. And then you got the deities. These are all different entities, all different departments. Let me say that, not entities. These are different departments. Your spirit team, your ancestors, God, your deities, and then, your soul family, you, or whatever the case is. These are all different. And the angels, your soul family, and angels. These are all different departments. So when we send something, an order to those different departments, and you put it, this is a due date. I mean, at the end of the day, you said this was the due date for rent. Like, hey, I need this manifestation before my rent is due. Now, it's going to come in divine timing. But if you are actually doing the work, it ain't no reason why you can't be paid by your due date. So we all are on different assignments. And I just need to remember my assignment and not get distracted from that. Y'all need to remember y'all assignment and not get distracted from that. Y'all don't need to be, I don't want to say that. Clear. So Bagalamuk came up, right? Because there's absolutely something, and I can just, let me just read this real quick. So y'all know I'm not just making this part up. Because I asked, what is it that we need to do after we have gotten certain energies out of our system? I'm telling y'all to do cleansing baths. I'm telling y'all to, I'm being told cleansing bath. We're doing cleansing baths. We're releasing old toxic energy, core cutting. It's eclipse season. Eclipse season is not over. We still have a major eclipse that is going to be K2. The planet of chaos. We never know what the fuck we're gonna get. Okay? The last time it's gonna be 6 planets that will be across 6 planets in the 6 planet. I want to say the 7th house. Yeah. In the 7th house. And K2 will be in the 1st house of Aries, our self. Okay? So if you have K2 in the 1st house, house, good luck. Okay? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you have a shit ton of planets in the 7th house, which Libra, good luck. Because I mean that from the bottom of my fucking heart. I really do. So it says, when Bagalamuk arises in a reading, a blessing of some sort needs to manifest. It may be the type of relationship you have never experienced before, a new level of recognition or respect, or realization that you're into beauty and value. Intimate beauty and value. I'm telling y'all, 7th house is definitely fucking activated. 1st house is activated. How do you view on top of that, how do you view your partnerships? Do you value your partnerships? Let me tell y'all about the word value, right? Value is not you agreeing with everything that is going on in your relationship. Value is that you are, let me just look up what the word value is. because I know how I feel about value. Because it's something that value means you honor it, you take care of it. You get what I'm saying? You recognize it when somebody that you value tells you something. You don't jump and defend yourself. You take time. You shut the fuck up, Balamuki. Shut up, and you listen to what it is that they're trying to say. And if you value that relationship, you wouldn't be jumping to defense. You get what I'm saying? You wouldn't be jumping to defense. This is why I say like a lot of spiritualists in the spiritual community don't value the people that have taught them something, because at the end of the day, you can't value something and then talk down on it. That's the first thing. You can't value it then talk down on it. I'm gonna be real honest and transparent here. I have not valued a lot of my spiritual teachers because they're liars. They're liars. They're gatekeepers. They are frauds, because they did not the people that they had up under them. Okay, they didn't value, and I'm not saying up under them like, oh, they're at this level and this level, but they did not value those that were around them. Oh yeah, my horoscope name dropped today. For example, I have gave a lot of, and going forward from here on, 9/11 on the clock, okay? Going forward from here on, I will not be teaching, I'll be teaching people, I will only be teaching people how to protect themselves, okay? I won't be teaching people how to be good or better practitioners, because a lot of things that I have, a lot of information that I personally have shared, because I get in spiritual groups, right? Like, let's say I go to a college. I go to a spiritual college, right? I go to this spiritual university. Right? And it's a real university, because at the end of the day, it's a nonprofit, it's a school, right? I go to this school. I go to this place. I'm always giving my teacher or the students that are in the class with me, like, you have this community board, right? And that community board, I offer things. People would say, oh, you know what, today is not a good day, or my manifestations. And I'm like, oh, okay, then get you some blue Anel, get you some Florida water, wipe the palms of your feet, wipe your hand, clean off the back of your neck. I overshare things. Rich Rising. So, goddess, Rich Rising. Okay, listen, this about to be another thing too. So, goddess, babe, when you come out here, you morning, right? And I'm pretty sure you use good morning. I think you change the language of the word morning. This is just my opinion. The word morning, MORN, it goes with the word morning, as if we are mourning. And we're not mourning early this morning. We're not mourning. That's so maybe change it up. Rich rising, rich afternoon, grand rising, whatever. We woke up blessed, but definitely ain't morning. I was gonna tell you that yesterday too, but I was like, let me change that. Let me not say that. But anywho, definitely change the word good morning up out of your vocabulary, because it kind of sets the tone for the day. Okay? So I'm gonna remove that and we'll try again. But Rich Rising. So back to what I was saying. I have given a lot of people, I have given a lot of bad practitioners, charlatan practitioners, a lot of good advice that they are using within the community, within their family. Not even just the community, their family. Their family as well too. Because the things that I share, it is for the spiritual benefit of all, right? It's for the spiritual benefit of all. But it needs to be meditated upon. Like, personally. Not me meditating up on it. Things that I share, they come to me and I share it. That's me. You know, when Spirit told me stop being self-centered and everything isn't about me, I'm not moving out of ego. I'm not moving out of ego. My ego got crushed over and over and over and over and over and over again. Every time I try to move out of ego, my spirit team drags me. Okay, they drag me. And when they drag me, I release everybody. Because I be like, I don't want y'all to get. So people be like, you know what? That's her. That's what she going through because of this or because of that. But at the end of the day, I'm not. I am not a I don't practice voodoo, but I know voodoo. I don't practice voodoo. I'll just leave it there. I don't practice Christianity, but I know Christianity. It's a lot of religions that I know. It's a lot of practices that I know. I don't practice Santeria, but I know it. I don't practice Ifa, but I know it. You get what I'm saying? I'm a Sagittarius. A part of me, I'm a Sagittarius. Mercury at that as well too. I'm a Mercury, Sun, Saturn, and I really want to say fucking Uranus. I want to say Uranus, but I might got that one wrong. Okay? I'm not chart right now. Don't have it written out in front of me. I know it when I know it. Listen. I have about 4 or 5 placements in Sagittarius. Not only do I have it there, I have it in the first house, and I'm a 12th house rising. Okay. 12th house risings are different from first house risers. Okay. We work off of the subconscious. Okay. I know that my shit sit at a cusp. So I play on the cremation ground. I do work on the cremation ground. And then I bring that shit back here and balance. Okay. Death card and a motherfucking temperance. This is how I learned, is by experiencing not only all of that, and this might sound like ego, but this is just me really just knowing myself. Okay. Bagalamuk presence in a reading indicates that you are learning how to self-protect, to have enough self-worth to realize you do not need to activity undermining and toxic energies in your life. Your happiness and your spirit will increase as you clear them out. Bagalamuk is the one, long time ago, is the one that shut me up when I was getting to leave my husband. Okay? I was listening to people around me, and my sister can attest to this. I told my sister the day before, I was like, I think I'm just done. And she was like, if you done, like, are you sure that's what you want to do? Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah. I remember I was in the car. I was getting ready to go to this job that I was working for the veterans. And no, I'm done. Like, I'm completely done. I had called her and told her. And me and my sister used to talk, you know, well, we talk every morning anyway. So I'm telling her this, right? That same day, I got held up train tracks, okay? I got held up at the train tracks, which is a particular, I've never seen no train come across this track ever. I cross all the time, same time, every morning. Every job that I be working at, I'm never really on time, okay? Because time is an illusion, and it belongs to me. Nobody controls my time. I go there when I feel like it, okay? I'm coming around the schedule time, and when I show up, I'm going to do a damn job, okay? They know I am. I know I am, and that's how it's going to be. But listen, I got held up at the train tracks. The night before, I was so uncomfortable on my couch. I have never slept on my couch before, okay? Love my couch, but never slept on it. I don't know how anybody ever come stay the night at my house, okay? I was sleeping on my couch. First time ever. Because I was like, you know what? He can have the bed. He can have the motherfucker bed. Like, fuck that shit. We wasn't arguing. I just was like, no. There's a girl online that has literally moved from her state to my state, and you want me to believe that you don't know her. And I want you to know that I don't know her. And I'm like, that shit don't make sense. People in their right sound mind don't do that. Bagalamuk literally my foot down. I remember I had a citrine ankle bracelet on. And I was literally sitting there. And every time I would come, every time my spirit team will come to me and say, what are you talking about? This is part of your journey. This don't got nothing to do with this dude. This don't got nothing to do with this dude. And now you want to involve him. You got a lesson, girl. Don't got shit to do with this nigga. And I'm like, no, it do. It got a lot to do with him. They like, it don't have nothing. You want to involve him? You gonna involve your kids too? And I'm like, and this is before my son passed, right? And Spirit was like, no, y'all have a past life together. She don't have a past life with this dude. She don't know him. She's literally lying. Like, no. I was uncomfortable on the couch. I will put my foot down on the ground because I mean on my floor. The minute I put my foot down, my ankle bracelet shattered. And the same deity, Tara, the same one that came to me and said spiritual enlightenment when I first started meditating, the same that stood in front of me, I can't say stood in front. She actually was like floating in front of me. Her and kind of deities was surrounding me. I put my foot back on that motherfucking couch so fast and was like, all right, I'm listening. What's up? That was like, you're not leaving person. You're not leaving him. And I was like, I thought y'all said it ain't had nothing to do with him. So do I need to even be with him? They like, he's part of your destiny. Y'all have an assignment together. You and him, y'all got an assignment together. And I was like, so they was like, one thing got something to do with another. It's got something to do with this. And this got something to do with that. And then you got a whole bunch of other you got going on. And I was like, I can't handle this. And they was like, bitch, you can handle it all. We about to give you more. We about to give you more. That same day, when I woke up late because, like I said, I woke up late. And when I woke up, he was like, oh yeah, this your he was like, I know, I was like, hey, I don't got time to clean up this couch and shit. This shit about to stay like this. I'm about to go to work. I gotta be to work. And whatever time it was, right? And so he this your little room now, so whatever, it'll be there when you get back. I hold your stuff. And I'm like, okay. By the time I had made it to work, he had sent me a whole bunch of messages and told me, like, I don't want to break up. I don't want you sleeping on the couch. Your shit look uncomfortable. You look uncomfortable. Our living room look uncomfortable. Nobody should walk in and see that shit. Like, I don't want you sleeping on the couch. Like, we're married. We're married. And at the time, we wasn't married. We was just locked in forever. I was the one that was saying, I don't want to get married again. Married before to a Libra. And anybody that ever been with a Libra, I don't know how they say Libras and Sagittarius go in like this, because they don't. We too much alike. We too much alike. So, you dog me, I'm going to dog you. And I'm going to do it quietly, just like you. Okay? So, anywho, I must be the Scorpio in me that stayed there. But anywho, I ain't going to get into that. But, my husband has sent me some messages. Well, T. His name is T. Okay, his name is T. T. Like the letter T. So he had some messages, and he just was like, hey, I ain't about to let this go. Everything that my spirit team has said to me, he had repeated it. Like, this is this. Get through whatever it is. And he had told me, you're going to get through whatever it is that this person attacking you about. But I'm telling you, right hand to God, I don't have nothing to do with her. He was like, I made the video. You wanted me to make a video. I made a video. I done done everything you asked me to do, and you still want to leave me. Don't make no sense to me. He done left the house twice. Let me not say he left the house. I put him out twice because of that shit. And every single time, He'd be like, I'm coming back. Well, I'm going to do the mantras. What mantras we need to do so we rid this bitch up out of our energy? But it wasn't that. It was something that I needed to take care of. I needed to cut that cord. And then it took me a long time because after that, after she seen that it wasn't working, her particular demons seen that it wasn't working, they amped up the spell work. Started hitting me different ways. I cut all my hair off. Okay, I cut my hair off, and spirit was just moving me in the direction of spiritual. Like, and I'm like, I don't want to. I almost committed suicide because of your spiritual attack. Okay, and I'm just being real with y'all. I really did. I really did. I would never unalive another person, but I was like, fuck that shit. I'd rather burn it. And at the time, say that you burn in hell for eternity when you commit suicide, but that's not true. I have learned that that's not true. That's not true at all. And especially with doing this case right now that I got a download from yesterday. These boys, one killed the other one unalived himself. That means that the one that unalived himself was being held, but somebody was forcing him to unalive himself. So how does that work? How does that work? You get what I'm saying? So burning in hell because you commit suicide, that's just what they make us believe. The hell is here on earth. Okay? The hell is here. It's attached to the devil that's here on earth. Just like God is here on earth, the devil on earth. So anyway, back to what I was saying with the Bagalamuk, right? Coming up in the energy of a blessing needs to happen after you cut cords, after you sever ties. When you start getting your energy back, right? When you return to sender what's sent to you and you cut those energetic cords, right? You have not worked with your own energy for a very long time. Me, I was under spiritual attack for 4 years. To give energy back is like, okay, where do I start? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be doing tarot? Is a part of the spiritual work that I do, but it's not my sole purpose. It's not my sole purpose. I realize that helping the community, whether it's feeding them, whether it's giving y'all a spiritual lesson, whether it's teaching y'all tarot, whether it's, and that's the thing where tarot is not a part of everybody's, it's not a part of nobody's. It's not nobody's spiritual purpose. Tarot is not anybody's spiritual purpose. There's something bigger than tarot. These are tools. But what is it that you do? You a tarot reader? That's all you are, is a tarot reader? Come on now. You are. God told you it was something else that you were supposed to do with that, but you missing your mark because you popular, or because you about to you about to have some followers or clout chasing assholes that's like, well, you gonna tell me how to get to this money. I'm gonna tell you how to get it. People, listen, Linda, listen, Linda. I'm not making it easy for nobody. I'm not making it easy for nobody. It's a lot I want to teach and that I want to give. I want to give y'all all the knowledge that I have gotten. All of the knowledge. But in order to give y'all the knowledge, you got to be wise with what it is that I'm going to. Okay? And I'm just not going to feed into anybody else's egotistic ass trip. Okay? I'm not going to feed into that. The other is, I am so sick of people calling me egotistical. Okay? What is egotistical about me? What? Please. So let me with the word ego, right? A person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. Okay? The part of the mind that meditates between the conscious and the unconscious is responsible for the reality testing and sense. So it says self, especially as contracted as another self of the world. So egotistical means sense, right? Meaning that I will look at myself. If I was in my ego, I'll be like, okay, well, I'm this, I'm that, I did this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, so all y'all should do it as well too. Hey, I only tell my story. That's it. And how it helped me. I do care how you use the information, right? But I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, I know that your karma is your karma, my karma is my karma. We're not a part of each other's karma. Um nobody can take away my sense of worth. Okay? Nobody take away my sense of worth. That doesn't mean I think highly of myself. That doesn't mean I think low of myself either. It just means that you cannot take away my sense of worth. Okay? That's all that means. Now, if I believe that I'm this big dog spiritualist out here, right? And it's because I have all of these followers, or I have all of this clout, or I have, connections and da 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 da. I don't even tell y'all who I'm connected to. It as that. I don't even, when people give me a review or anything like that, or I get feedback, or somebody say, hey, your reading was on point, or this, and that. I don't even put it out there. I don't even put it out there. If I did that, I'll probably have more followers. If I was moving out of ego, I wouldn't be going through my list and making sure there's no fake pages following me. I wouldn't be people that have a lot of that follow a lot of people. I delete following lists, because why are you following me? You already are following 990,000 people. Why do you need to follow me? Your shit is clouded. You get what I'm saying? Your shit is clouded. Y'all need to up y'all following list. Y'all need to clean up y'all. Who is in your spirituality? Like, that's not you. That's not me moving out of ego. That's me asking a genuine question. Who is in your spiritual community? Who spiritual community are you actually helping? I'm not helping no more people that want to be popular, that want to, like, hey, listen. I'll go delete a whole thread if it get too many views or anything like that. I'll delete that shit. My ego was done and over with when I did the spirituals adventures. And I realized I had a lot of egomaniacs around me. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Why do they act like this? It was a lot of air energy around me. Okay? A lot of big head ass energy. Literally, bitches with big heads. Niggas with big heads. Okay? Air signs usually have big, they have big heads, big faces, and something like that. Because it might be that Leo energy that's Aquarius. Weird house shit. But anyway, anyway, maybe because I talk about people. That's why. I talk about people, but it ain't nothing that I wouldn't say to nobody's face. But that's not me being egotistical. That's me being a Sagittarius, and I think I'm gonna make a joke out of any fucking thing, right? I'm gonna drop a joke. Let me look at these comments. Says Spirit keeps telling me to move on to end the relationship with my ex-fiance. That sentence in itself is a contradiction to are y'all in a relationship, or that's your ex-fiance? Ex-fiance, or y'all just in a relationship? But to end the relationship or end the friendship, because even though my ship ended with my first husband, we still no, even though ex-fiance, but is it your ex, or are y'all in a relationship? But even though the actual marriage ended, still have a relationship with each other. We still friends. A relationship is a relationship. It's a relationship is when getting information from one another. When you have a partnership with one another. Both. I'm going no contact. Make sure you end it right. Make sure those cords are, like, let him know you ended it. Don't, if unless he doing something, unless he like actually harming you, and I'm not talking about like spiritually harming you, because right now the energy is tricky. When I say spiritually harming you, and if you're doing the work, this when I switched from going to religion to spirituality, I'm started going through trials and tribulations because you walking in your soul purpose. Trials and tribulations come about on the journey. I don't want nothing to do with him. He did me dirty. It was physical and emotional. Yeah, then go ahead and end it. Yeah, sever ties. You could cold key somebody that do you emotionally and physically wrong. You, your children, your family, whatever the case is. I'm not well, you can't. I'm saying like if they do those people around you wrong, you can just sever cold turkey. It would be best for everybody. But you still, this is what I felt like I was going through hell back, like I was going through psychosis. You might be tapping into the wrong type of spirituality. Everybody isn't meant to do hoodoo and Ifa and deities. And this was another download that came to me too. And then I gotta hurry up, guys. I gotta get off of here, okay? My job only like 7 minutes away, but it's been a very interesting morning. Um, so this is the thing with people that attack us, right? I'm this mature that I'm going to pray for my attackers as well too. I'm not just like go hit them with Psalms, right? This is a great book. But I'm not just about to go hit them with that. I'm not about to with like a cord cutting ritual, a banishing ritual. It took me a long time. And I know for a fact that spiritualists that I have dealt with, I know that they have done cord cutting rituals, several ties between me and them, right? I know that people, and not regular people. I don't regular people. Like, for example, like if I get into it with one of my old friends or something, I stop being friends with something, nobody on the same spiritual wavelength I'm on. So I know I'm not doing a cord cutting ritual. But you'll be shocked at how many people pay other people to do rituals to untie y'all energy. That's another thing. That's a third party. That's a third party. Paying somebody for spell work, you involve the third party. So a lot of these readings and tarot readings is coming up and saying, oh, it's a third party in the energy. It's a third party in the energy. This person do this. You read in third party energy because at the end of the day, when you pay somebody to do something, you're involving the party. When you go into that spiritual shop and you say, okay, well, hey, I wanna get a cord cutting ritual done for da 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 da. You tell them what your situation is. They prepare a candle for you and they put it on their altar there. At the end of the day, your energy is being brought to the store. Okay? Your energy is being brought to the store, altar, or other energies there. A regular tarot reader, okay? A regular tarot reader that don't know nothing about candle work amongst the community will say there is a third party in your energy. Yeah, because I just went to the store and I just paid somebody to do a cord cutting ritual for me. So yes, there is a third party in the energy, but they don't tell them like, well, that third party might be at the store. They don't say that. They be like, oh man, my ex is cheating on me now. He got a third party because my tarot reader said it's a third party. Or I'm listening online to a reading and it's telling me that it's a third party. So people have bigged up a lot of content creators online that don't know what the fuck they talking about. Spirit told me not to name drop today, so I'm not name dropping. But there is a Yeah. So anyway, there's nothing wrong going to a spiritual store and having them do certain work for you, but some work you need to do it yourself. Okay. Some work you need to do it yourself. All right. The other thing is too, like that's all I'm teaching y'all from here on out is how to do it yourself. All right. How to do it yourself. Do it for yourself. When you're doing your work, the people around you doing your work, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all. I'm not going to. And this morning was a real good example for me on. I just gotta focus on doing the work because when I do the work, they copy off of me. So I'm leading an example. I'm leading an example. I don't want to say they copy off of me, but it motivates them. My words up. It motivates them to do their work. Okay? Yeah, okay, that's for you. I wasn't talking about you specifically. You ain't have to tell me that part. But I wasn't talking about you specifically. I was just talking about in general, it being a third party. Okay? That right there, you should have just cut. Trust your intuition. And like you said, if you learn in tarot, what I really suggest you do is not do readings. If you having relationship problems yourself, don't do readings for other people. Don't do readings for other people right now. Learn tarot. Don't be doing readings for other people because at the end of the day, you energy harvesting off of your clients. If your spirit team, sorry, but if your is, I'm not sorry, but I hope you don't get offended by this. If your person that you are attached to, whether you leave them today or tomorrow, you have to make sure he is completely gone and drained up out of your bloodline. Okay? Because at the end of the day, that's your person, and I'm about to be a little bit this 18 and plus trigger warning. 18 and plus, when you have unprotected with somebody, y'all swapping DNAs. So at the end of the day, their energy is within you. You have to do a cleansing. You have to cleanse yourself. So you don't need to be doing no. And tarot is healing. It's a tool. Tarot, divinations. You don't need to be doing none of nobody at this time. That's why the psychosis is wild. Because at the end of the day, I mean, that's when it get wilder. I'm not why you was going through it or anything like that. I don't know if you do readings or healings, anybody. But when you're going through things, and I said this on my Twitter a couple days ago, when you're going through things, you do not need to be doing anything for anybody else. Now, you could bridge with your community. You could, depending on, look where your Sagittarius is. Look where your Sagittarius is in your chart. Okay? You can, whether with your community, you can be helpful, but you're not going to be the person that's, okay, well, let me go do a reading for you. Everything, and that's just me learned. And it made shit a lot worse because I'm picking up on other people. And sometimes people, not even just you harvesting, it could be your community harvesting off of you as well too, because they depend on us readers. They depend on us spiritualists. They depend on us to help them get through shit. But if our energy is here and their energy is here, whose energy is it that you're working with? So, like I said yesterday, the soul, I don't know if I said it to you or if I said it to my sister, but I said when you are doing certain spiritual work, the soul and the spirit has to be yours and yours alone. Jupiter in Sag, house 1. So you a Sagittarius rising as well too, or you a 12th house rising? And that means that this work that you do, with Sagittarius and having Jupiter, because Jupiter is ruled by Sagittarius as well, so you're ruled by your own energy, it's expandable. You're definitely going to go through a lot of shit though, because the house that's before Sagittarius, Scorpio rising. Like the sender, I hope you get that job you apply for, Angel.
Scorpio rising. So your first house is shared by Scorpio and Sagittarius, or are you a 12th house rising? Look at that. You don't need to right here, but look at that. And you'll look at that. Don't look at your whole signs. Just look at your sign and see if Sagittarius is in the second house, or is Scorpio in the. You're looking at the degrees of the planets. When you learn tarot, while you're learning tarot, what I suggest is that you also learn a little astrology as well too. Okay, astrology, a little astrology and tarot go really good hand in hand with each other. So that way, when certain cards come out and the zodiac is ruled by that, like for example, the Cancer. Let me see. Cancer rules the Two of Cups. I mean, it's over the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Cups. But it's Cancer Venus, Cancer Mercury, and Cancer Moon. Scorpio first house. Okay. And then Sagittarius in the first house as well too. So you'll be taking the energy from Scorpio as well too. So you'll be giving depth to a lot of things before you actually learn to share those things. Sagittarius are the people. Sagittarius is the people. I think you're looking at signs though. When you saying Scorpio in the first house, Sagittarius in the second house. I was looking at the planets first. Yeah. So again, with the Sagittarius in the second house as well too, you'll be given to a lot of things, meaning you'll be ending a lot of relationships, a lot of thoughts and ideas. And like you said, you went from being religious to spiritual. Okay, so giving an end to a lot of things that believed. Oh, Bagalamuk. So it says to do this, you may need to cut something entirely off. Something that is that sometimes that's the only effective way. It takes spiritual strength to give unconditional support so you can thrive, especially if, for example, childhood conditioning was laden with duty to sacrifice your well-being, another emotional suffering. Arresting negativity is not only about dealing with projections from other people, it is often more enteric work to conquer the way that we are cruel to ourselves. Okay, so at the end of the day, my girl Bagalamuk, okay, tells you, take everything that you think that you learn, don't share it. Go through it first. So if you look at tarot, learn it for yourself first. Read your own energy first before you start reading other people's energy. I said this already, and I did this with Lori. With my girl Lori, y'all see her here sometimes, but I just shared it that I'm going to be sharing how to read tarot. This is a really good deck with, and this is the deck that I'm going to be teaching from, which is the Light Seer deck. The reason I'm not using the Rider Waite deck is because a lot of people don't use it. A lot of people don't use it. At the end of the day, I believe that you get more messages from this Light Seer deck than Rider Waite. Your intuition has to be very clear when doing tarot, because it's the message for you or somebody else. And that's why I don't be reading. That's why I don't be watching a lot of tarot readers readings, because I be like, that message was for them. The Three of Cups verse. The Four of Cups upright. My husband coming to tell me I gotta go to work.
You gotta go to work.
And the Temperance.
Exactly, Ace. Exactly.
Okay. And the Temperance. Okay. So just remember that the path of spirituality sometimes is uninteresting. And sometimes it's filled with drama, tantric shit, ghosts,
of the past, of your own self, of your spirit. A lot of times it's like, why do I have to go through this? When I was just going to church, all I had to do was get up on and go to church, hear the word, and eat something good afterwards. At the end of the day, we all have different journeys. We all have different paths, okay? And our job is for ourselves first. We got to help ourselves. We have to help ourselves, okay? Don't forget that spirit is always there to help you as well, too. Y'all understand that? Your cups in reverse. You see her 3 cups right there? You've already poured into other people so much. Unbeknownst to you. You already have. Exactly. Exactly. So that's the other thing too. I'm glad you said that. You said you was diagnosed with stuff. I was diagnosed with stuff as well too. Of course I was. Like, shit, I ain't about to say it all right here, but they gave me some medicine that made my head feel like a balloon. And I'm telling you, I've never been more freer than doing the mantra. Like, if the mantras aren't working, then you need to pray harder. Your spirit knows you are fighting. You're fighting. You're fighting to hold on to your ego. Okay? What you feel like is worth holding on to. If nothing else is nothing helping, you're holding on to your own ego. All right? And yeah, no. So, all right, guys. Chamunda is behind us, okay? On the cut. I felt it. Okay, on the cut, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Don't forget, I'm going to do a reading later on the 2 boys that were in Georgia unalive. It's crazy, but it will be a spiritual reading with Spirit's permission. And so I hope that y'all here. I'm going to set the live time later. I love you guys, and I'll see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. And good luck with everything. Come back, okay? Come back with your notebook and stuff. All right? All right. Bye, y'all.